Okay, great morning, everyone. This morning I just wanted to pull some cards on the Tater, the green Tater there that wants to be 45's VP. You know, she's been aiming for that and aiming for that. She's everywhere that he's at, she's right there, trying to put herself front and center. See me, I'm here. I'm your biggest supporter. Anyway, so I pulled the cards, and what we have in the center of it is her kowtowing, and she's retreated into her fantasy land about being so important to him, okay? She is in her fantasyville, okay, praying and hoping that she can be his VP. Above it, we have her trying to hold on to whatever she has, trying to gather as much as she can, but there are some hidden things in the foundation. Now, going into it, we have, of course, 45, and this feeling now of being pushed to the edge, okay, when it comes to what's going on with that. And above it, we have wanting the long-term benefit. So that's why she continues to put out this mental thing about how strong she thinks she is and all of the nonsense she continues to put out. The challenge is becoming a big part of the 45 family. You know, uber mega. That's what she wants to be, uber mega. And trying to keep a lid on this Pandora's box of stuff that's going on. Trying to keep a lid on her emotions, etc. Because above it we have light on her, underneath of it, her messages that she continues to put out with it. But underneath of it we have, she's kind of in illusion, delusion, barking at the moon when it comes to 45, holding on to power and government and her position in it. And there is the harvest that she is, you know, planting all these seeds, but the harvest is not going to be good for her. So let's break this down. In the mental realm, we have her kowtowing, retreating into this land. So she continues to come out, you know, slice and dice all the time with her big mouth, and continues to put out this message. Above it, we have her trying to hold on to whatever she can hold on to, gathering, collecting, for going into it, the long-term benefit that she wants to have by trying to be his VP, but the harvest is not good. That's our grounded things that we have. Now, what's ruling all this, our major arcana that's driving it, are hidden things. Now, her hidden things are her drive for power. When it comes to 45, shedding light on this barking mad illusion and delusion and whatever dark thing she'd be willing to do to secure her position in government. We have this back to the edge, though, when it comes to his holding on to power. And we have the Trump-bin family with the lid on this Pandora's box. So yeah, no, it's saying that she is she keeps planting those seeds, but the harvest is not good, okay? Those things are going to be dying on the vine. I just see them rotting in the sun out there. So, in solidarity, she put up this big mugshot, her fake mugshot. I'm right with you, Donald. I'm right here, So let's pull some 3 cards and see what else it's going to tell us about Marjorie Tater Greene and her bid for VP. Let's face it, she's not pretty enough. She's not somebody that he'd want to have around his face all the time, okay? So we have her there with her mental stuff that she's just ingrained with. We have the dark elements that she's chained with that are ending, okay? It's ending. It is not going to be successful, okay? I think that just kind of says it right there. Her dark ideas about being VP, it's not going to be realized. So she can stump and she can kowtow and she can be on her knees in front of him as much as she wants, but it's not going to avail her to be his running partner. Mentally, we have this being laid low when it comes to the architecture of what's being put together for the long term, okay? In so many ways, this is saying, forget it. Okay, the green, it's not going to happen. Never going to happen, okay? Oh, my goodness. So anyway, on that note, I don't think we need to keep pulling cards on it because that's pretty clear. As far as that harvest, and you're laying in there retreated into your fantasy about it, praying for it, it's not going to happen. Let's see if Lenormand has anything else to say about the dark ideations, the dark conversations behind the scenes. There was some short-term luck with things when it comes to the White House. So maybe he was kind of leading her on with it to get her to just continue to be virulent, stark raving mad out there in defense of him. I think he was maybe leading her on a bit, letting her kind of have these illusions of grandeur that it's going to work out. But the key is, the story being promoted about this moving forward, about the storyline about how this is going, okay? Let's pull one more and just see what it says. We have, what about the direction? What about the direction? The history, direction of the history when it comes to, his government position and his, also narcissistic demeanor. That we need to look at the direction of the history of this. As far as when it comes to her, there's no way on God's green earth that she would wind up as a VP for 45. Okay, look at the history. Look at the direction. He once was around him like the Princess Ivanka, lusting after the women of that type. And let's face it, there is no way, I don't care how much plastic surgery she had, she would never be that. Okay, so on that note, I'm going to leave that here, and we'll see you online. Thanks for tuning in.